miss you too. I've been busy since I woke up.
Hi, Amanda. How are you? I can't.
No, he doesn't need mods.
No, I don't need mods. Hi, Canadian girl. Hi, everyone. We're about to get started. I have a live goal. Yeah, up there. Please give the moderator. How far will the barrel fall now that diesel was what? Dirged?
Uh-huh. I knew you were going to have to put your glasses on.
Why are gas prices dropping? They're not. The national average is up to $3.14 today. Gas has been rising for a week. Hi, Andrea. All right. Barrister, you're this close, buddy. You're this close.
Now, what do you do now?
Not in the mood for your shit today. He called me Tom. He called me Tom Powell in drag. Hi everyone, welcome to the live. Today it's 2:02. Got a couple of days. Man, taking your questions today. What's going on today? Gas is up to $3.14 a gallon on a national average. It's still climbing. Man. Oils fell a little bit today on the news of possible ceasefire that's not going to happen. What else is going on?
Look, it's you live now. It's telling me.
Oh, great. Donald Trump wants to sanction. I got a question here. I was going to talk about that. So, where did I get the article on the Hyundai plant? I Googled Hyundai plant Biden, and it popped up. That's where I got it. Like, I don't. So nobody is reporting the truth about this deal with Venezuela and the sanctions. This has absolutely nothing to do with immigration. This has everything to do with Chevron and Shell telling Donald Trump, we're not drilling. They walked in, they had a meeting with the president. It did not go well. And then he imposed sanctions on any country in Venezuela that does oil trade with Venezuela. And Shell and Chevron are both trying to get their operations going in Venezuela. And they said, that's fine. If we can't import to the United States, we'll import to other countries or export to other countries. And Donald Trump does this. Has nothing to do with immigration. Has everything to do with big oil not agreeing to drill, baby, drill. That's what all of this is about. Yes, Venezuela is a member of OPEC. And the largest receiver of Venezuelan oil, assuming the United States is no longer getting any, would be China. Oh, man. And the largest importer of natural gas would be Trinidad and Tobago. So, yeah, has nothing to do with immigration in any way, shape, or form. He is trying to strong-arm them into drilling in the United States instead. That is exactly what he's doing, and they're not going to do it. It's not a thing. He doesn't understand the business. He doesn't even have a basic understanding of the business, or any business for that matter. Shell does not even operate onshore oil and gas operations in the United States anymore. I'm not exactly sure what he expects from Shell. They've basically pulled out of the United States. They still operate in the Gulf, but they don't operate on land anymore. And of course, the thing everyone is talking about, the war plans on Signal. The, what's his name, Joe? Mike Waltz? That's the guy they're going after.
Yes, that's his name.
Yeah, they're going after Mike Waltz, not Pete Hegseth. I don't know much about Mike Waltz, but I know Pete Hegseth is a moron.
Oh, yeah.
And it's my understanding that he is the one that invited the dude into the chat. So why are they going after Mike Waltz? Like, nobody ever heard of Mike Waltz until this, right?
I don't know. So they're kind of like, they're just like, we're just going to look into it and make sure it doesn't happen again. No big deal.
Hello, Joyce. Yeah, I did a video about this earlier. Nothing's going to come of this. This is going to be another one of those things we're not talking about in a week.
But the emails, those damn emails, they're still around.
Yeah. When you get busted doing something stupid, your answer should never be, but so-and-so did it.
Right.
I don't think it matters. Nothing's going to happen. We don't hold anyone accountable for anything anymore, so I don't even know why we bother having these conversations, honestly. It feels like a complete waste of time to me to even talk about it. It really does, because nothing's ever going to happen to anybody anymore. And that's because we don't hold the rich and powerful people in this country accountable. And then somehow, the geniuses decided, hey, not only will we not hold rich and powerful people accountable, let's let them go ahead and run the country too. That's why we're the dumbest country on the planet. We are the dumbest. If we lose this country, it's because of our stupidity. We'll blame it on other people, but it's our fault. We are literally that stupid.
It would definitely be our fault.
Yeah, everything is our fault. What do I consider rich? Well, for the purpose of this conversation, if you have enough money to not be held accountable for anything, then you're rich. For the purpose of this conversation. I had a petroleum-related question. There's a company... okay, before I get to that, Daria, thank you so much for the gift membership. I appreciate that. Thank you, Daria. I had a petroleum-related question. There's a company called Sable Offshore that's attempting to restart the SYU platforms off Santa Barbara coast. I heard this oil was of poor quality. It is heavy oil. What? And they are trying to restart. So what specifically is your question? Some people may consider me rich. Some people might consider me rich. Well, if anyone considers me rich, then they don't know what rich is. Because I'm not rich enough to get out of shit. That's for sure. That's a great question. Not even, I never thought about it this way. Not even wild animals put the weakest in charge. So why do humans? That's true. We are now dumber than the average animal, basically. Absolutely true. I look at the Fortune 500 list every day. If I'm not on it, I go back to work. Yeah. I don't look at that list. But will we get to a time where we start running out of gas and oil? I don't believe so. No. I don't believe so. But that doesn't mean it won't happen. I don't believe it will happen. So we got a nice little break yesterday, Jill. Did you do anything?
I did a few things. Nothing important.
Someone.
I played some Sims. Yes, I played some Sims.
You played Sims?
Yes, I had a free time and I played some Sims. I was like, I know what I can do.
Thank you all so much for the gifts. Someone mentioned the EU, and that reminded me of another story. The EU is no longer going to be purchasing any of their weapon systems from the United States. I can't remember how many hundreds of billions of dollars that was, but that's gone. And that'll end up saving the U.S. government money too.
That thing is always so damn loud.
Well, yeah, I got it turned up so I can hear your voice, so everyone can hear your voice. So
But there should be a way to turn down just that.
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
No, there is no way. I said there should be one.
That's true. Canada is also considering not buying any more jets from the United States. But look, Boeing is the most subsidized company in the world. And I don't know if that would end up costing us more money or making us, or like, I'm not sure.
Reset your goal. Yes, that's why I'm so quiet. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, she's on TikTok. Well, I turn it up because people want to hear Jill. That's right. Boeing still can't make a plane without the doors coming off. That's true.
Hey everyone, like and share the live. Help Global meet his goal and subscribe. It's only how much? Let me check for you.
I have no idea. It's the lowest one there is.
It's $2.69 right now for 1 month. That's the lowest.
No, this is not where any plans are being discussed, Peter. We are not discussing that here. What?
We are not discussing that here for sure. Unless we get a text,
I honestly don't. They can take it down. I don't give a shit. It's TikTok. Who the fuck cares? Do me a favor. Put me out of my misery. Fucking ban this fucking thing. I could care less. You love Tesla? I don't know if we can say that.
What? Trump says Tesla. We can say Tesla.
Yes, there is a fire sale on Teslas for sure.
That sale is definitely fire.
I thought they were fireproof.
Apparently not. I mean, if they're claiming to be, they're definitely not.
Porsche is fast. Ferrari is faster. Tesla is fascist. Okay.
That's the truth.
Yes, the windows are supposed to be bulletproof. You remember when Elon broke the window? Showing everyone it was bulletproof? And he hit it with a stick or something and it broke.
I completely missed that, but I'm going to search for that because I have to find that and share it.
I was
all the Trumpers.
I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago when that happened. They had rolled the Cybertruck out onto a stage and he was showing it to everyone, and he had some kind of baton or something, and he was talking about the windows being bulletproof, and he hit the window and it Oh, someone said he threw a rock. Okay. I remember he broke it. Oh, that is crazy. I would have just walked off. Like I would have walked off. I wouldn't have said anything. That would have been it. Was it 5 to 7 years ago? It might have been at my age. That feels like 2 years. I mean, it could have been. Christine said it was a baseball and he did it twice. He couldn't get enough. Once wasn't enough for Elon. He had to double down on that. Steven says 2019. Man, time flies when you're having fun making fun of Cybertrucks. I I I cannot imagine buying a Cybertruck. I can't. What brings someone to buy a Cybertruck? What is that? Who looks at a Cybertruck and says, "I'll have one of those"? Like,
I won't buy a Cybertruck. I would not. They're weird looking on top of everything else.
well, I mean, and it has nothing to do with it being electric. Just look at the fucking thing. You could put any engine in it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that. It's just not a thing. I know they use the good glue, but that was before we knew about the glue, huh?
The glue is, the topper. It's like icing on the cake.
Am I Canadian? No, I'm not Canadian.
We just wish we were.
I'm an American that no longer lives in America. I don't know where I live, but this is not America. So it's not America. Daria, thank you for the super chat. What about the Danielle Smith election interference? Did that happen? Um, yes, it happened, right? Tried to get Trump to forego the tariffs until after the election. Is that considered election interference? This kind of stuff happens every day, right? This kind of stuff happens every day. Look, like the announcement yesterday from Hyundai, right? The steel factory. Corporations do this all the time. This all occurred under the Biden administration, but once Donald Trump won the election, Hyundai made the decision to put off the announcement as a way to sort of kiss Donald Trump's ass. That's whenever a new president's coming in, a lot of big corporations will do that. They won't make any announcements because they know they have to deal with this person for the next 4 years. So, they'll put off an announcement for 30, 60 days. Even though it's already out in the public sphere, they'll put that announcement off so the new person coming in can take credit for it. It's sort of a goodwill gesture, I guess. That's what happened with Hyundai yesterday. I mean, that all happened under the Biden administration. So a lot of people don't like Danielle Smith, is what I've learned. At least the people I come in contact with don't. For sure. Danielle Smith is a traitor. See? But yeah, this is the thing. Political parties in this country and other countries, they want like-minded people running other countries as well. Trump would love for one of the conservatives to be the new leader in Canada, and vice versa. Peter says Smith is a conservative. That fits with Alberta, but she's also a separatist, and that only jives with 15% of Alberta. I did not know that. But they're already saying, the White House has already come out and said even on April 2nd, the tariffs will be backed way off. That's why the market's been up. That's why oil prices have risen. Even though they were down a little bit today, they're back up around $69. Gas prices have risen. I saw a bunch of videos yesterday, people thanking the protesters because they think it has something to do with the Tesla stock jumping yesterday. So they were making videos thanking the protesters for helping Tesla, completely oblivious to the fact that it's still almost $200 a share lower than it was when the protest started. Oh my God. What happened to all the oil companies that went under because of Trump's first OPEC deal? Their assets were bought up by big oil. That's what happened to them. Their assets were bought up by big oil.
So I think Ellie G's in the comments, and she's not a mod. Mm-hmm. So if you happen to see her, run by.
Can't wait for Liberation Day. What exactly is Liberation Day? What is that? What exactly is it that you cannot wait for? Like, what's going to happen? What enormous, amazing thing is going to happen on April the 2nd? Does anybody know? Is that the day of the midterms? That's what David says. The tariffs began. Oh, so what is that? I mean, how does that liberate us?
It
won't. I mean, they're already scaling back the tariffs. I guess they're not as big of fans of liberation as they thought they were. Is winter blend getting faded out as summer gas going to get more expensive? Yes. Yes. 100%. I'm still not connecting the dots on liberation and tariffs though. How that's a thing.
I don't know. I can't answer that either.
Yes, it's going to liberate you from your money. That's yeah, that's a good point. Oh. The U.S. doesn't need energy from Canada. We just use it before ours. Really, you get to choose what energy you use,
I'm sorry.
or or you think the government is choosing what energy you use? Do you understand that the people in Canada that's selling that energy to the people in the United States are the same fucking people?
I'm so sorry. He cracked me up. Like, that was the dumbest thing I ever. Well, it wasn't the dumbest thing I ever seen, but close to it.
Yeah. Don't forget where you're at.
And this is my new thing, right? I'm just gonna laugh at them when they say stupid shit like that because it makes no sense. Like, only thing you can do is laugh at them.
We have plenty of energy in the United States. Well, I thought we weren't energy independent anymore because Joe Biden destroyed our energy. I mean, what happened? Did we wake up and suddenly have more than we knew what to do with? Like, can you people make up your fucking mind for once in your life?
He's on a roll. Mike is on a roll for complete dumbness.
Yeah.
Good job, Mike. Keep it up. I can't believe how stupid they are. Like, there is nothing you can do but laugh at them.
No, because all of their knowledge about it is dumb shit they read on the internet. I mean, hell, I could get on here and talk about, space travel. That doesn't mean I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Well, they get on here and talk about it thinking they know. They'll talk about anything they think they know about. They don't care how dumb they look. They like it. They're like, I look dumb. Let me type this in there. Wow, this is real dumb. Send.
Full send.
Fuck. They're so dumb.
Full send. Oh, I reset my goal, by the way.
Help him meet his goal. Let's get him to 10K. Come on. Like and share.
The U.S. is exporting oil now? Well, no shit. We've been doing it for 10 years. You think I just started today? Do you know that 100% of the oil production increases in the United States in the last 10 years have all gone to exports? You think we're just now exporting oil? Good God. You been hanging out with crypto bros on Reddit or what?
Oh my God.
I never have to worry about going hungry in this country because there's just so many stupid people here. These are the people that we compete with on a daily basis. That should make you feel good.
It's ridiculous, is what it is. I
Ah,
would rather not deal with that.
I love it. I love it. They make me look so smart.
They make me look smart too.
They make me look like
But
a
I
fucking
would
genius.
prefer to not deal with it.
They do. They make me look like such a genius. I tell people like I'm not that smart. I'm just average at best. And they're like, "No, you're really smart." And I'm like, "No, I just talk to stupid people every day. I'm not that smart." You know, the dude in Idiocracy, he wasn't that smart. He was an average guy. What was his name? Luke Wilson? Has anybody ever looked at Luke Wilson and thought that's a genius?
He's back for some more stupid shit. He's back in the comments.
I appreciate you donating your time for our entertainment.
Yes, yes. Thanks, Mike. We appreciate it. Great.
Mike Judge is very smart, though. Yes. Oh. Hey, we have a freeloading European in the chat. Welcome. That was kind of one of the funny parts of that text chain was them talking about the freeloading Europeans. Like that's gonna look really good.
Mike said Trump will put baby in the corner. Mike, I'm sorry he's putting you in a corner. That's so sad. So sad.
Who's the baby?
Now get to the corner. Him, of course. Now get to that corner, Mike. Here, I'll put you in a corner for a couple seconds, Mike. How's that? There you go. 30 seconds in the corner, Mike. I did it, not Trump.
Mike Judge was an engineer. I didn't know that. See, you learn something every day. Hi, Arizona. You've seen some of my shorts. I don't post a lot of shorts. Welcome to the chat. Why do we export so much oil? Because that's where we get the most money for it. We sell expensive oil. We buy cheap oil. That keeps our gas prices down. That's about the simplest way I can put that. And it's because oil companies are selling a product and they're going to sell it where they can get the most money. And they also buy products and they're going to buy products at the best price, right? So that's what they do. I still don't understand how Trump will charge a country a tariff if they buy oil from Venezuela. I don't know how he's going to do it either because it's going to be almost impossible to prove. And that is because when China buys that oil, it's not China buying it. That's just where it ends up. You crossed the border this weekend? Man. Pretty brave. I'm not crossing any borders. Has the U.S. hit a tipping point? No. There is no tipping point for the U.S. That's abundantly clear at this point. Thoughts on a recession. I mean, I don't have a lot of thoughts on recession other than some people are predicting it, some people are not, and we're going to see what's happening. The GDP now is still predicting a contraction in first quarter GDP. We'll find out the first week of April when those GDP numbers come out if that contraction materialized. I don't know if it's going to or not. If you want to look that information up, just Google GDP now and it will show you what they are projecting. And the closer we get to the end of March and that projection still holds, the more likely it is to happen. I can say that. How do we make our politicians accountable? We don't vote for them. That's it. We don't vote for them. But that's too big of an ask for Americans to not vote for their heroes, no matter what they do, you know. Once we elevated politicians to hero status, we were totally fucked. And, you know, people can go vote, but the last election's over with. Question, the oil that the U.S. bought from Venezuela, where will they buy it now? Anywhere else. It wasn't that much oil. They can probably pick that up from just about anywhere, you know. OPEC, other OPEC nations, Mexico. I mean, they can get it about anywhere. That it's not a large amount. It's really not. I am not against exports, but if the goal is to lower gas prices, our oil needs to stay in our markets. Our oil staying in our markets won't affect the price of our oil. You see, if an oil company doesn't export its West Texas Intermediate oil, we'll say it's $70. If an oil company doesn't export that at $70, then the company they own that refines that oil must buy that oil at $70 instead of Canadian oil at $55. Keeping the oil here won't help. Thank you so much for the gifts. It is kind of a backwards scenario for sure. I have reset my goal. $5 trillion in stock capitalization was wiped out to tariff fears. Yeah. Well, the thing is, in 2024, when Joe Biden temporarily lifted the sanctions on Venezuela, their oil revenues, like 10x'd, nearly 10x'd. They went from like, I think about $500 million to like $4 billion, a little over $4 billion, so 8 or 9x'd. But the action that Trump is taking against Venezuela, specifically the one he took yesterday, that's not about Venezuela. That's about oil companies trying to operate in Venezuela that he's pissed off at because they won't drill, baby, drill. That's what it's about, because he's already sanctioned Venezuelan oil. So by putting tariffs on any country that does business with Venezuela, he's basically sanctioning Chevron and Shell. That's basically, who he's sanctioning. Does Venezuela still donate oil to charities helping low-income U.S. citizens? I have no idea if they still do that or not. Shell's trading operation has not lost money in a single quarter over the last decade. Shell's trading operation is the best in the world. It just is. Thank you again for the gifts. Yes, Sarah Palin. Actually, Michael Steele takes credit for Drill Baby Drill. He says he's the first one to say it. I think he claimed he said it in the 2008 National Convention, Republican National Convention. What are the chances that Trump could stop oil from reaching eastern Canada? Slim to none. I mean, I guess that depends on how on how many ways he could find to punish Canada, and Canada would have to cave, but what are the chances that BRICS takes over as the world petrodollar? Right now, the chances are zero. They don't even have a currency. First they got to get a currency, and then they got to get the world to use it. You don't get to just create a currency and it become the reserve currency. That's not a thing. That's not how it works.
I need to say this. There's someone in the chat that wants to know who I am. Am I your daughter?
Are you my daughter? Really?
Now you know how my husband feels.
She's older than me, bro. No, she's not my daughter.
I'm sorry.
Daughter, sister, wife. What's the deal? Y'all don't like cousins? I mean, nobody's ever asked us if we're cousins.
Right?
Are y'all racist against cousins? What's going on? We've been hit with everyone except for the cousin. No, we're not cousins. Well, I mean, I don't think we're cousins. No, I don't think so.
Kelly's my cousin.
Kelly who?
Kelly?
Kelly's your cousin?
Uh-huh.
Really?
Yep. We just found out the other night.
Wow. Are you first cousin, second, third, fourth?
No, it goes back a long time.
10th?
I think it's 12th cousin once removed.
12th? That's a thing?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, isn't everyone a 12th cousin though?
this at all.
Ah. I don't think I've ever seen a 12th on my profile thing. I don't think it goes that high. I could be wrong.
It does.
It does? Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. 51st cousin. Twelfth cousin. Wow.
I mean, it's real.
I'm gonna look in real quick and see how high mine goes.
You go ahead. He has to go see how high his goes. Kelly, we need to send him the link.
Okay, how high does mine go? Here we go.
So Kelly said if you look at 23andMe or Ancestry, it won't go that high. Who's Jelly?
Yeah, it only went up to like third.
Who is Jelly? And
Yeah.
why does she need her Social Security check? It's an entitlement, bitch. I want my Social Security check. Yeah, you have to use Roots Tech or Family Search.
You're afraid I would be related to you? You could be so lucky. You could be so lucky.
I wouldn't be afraid.
Well, Kelly would be, apparently. Yeah, it only went up to third.
Well, go to Family Search. I think it's familysearch.org.
I can do that some other time.
Well, yeah, you ain't doing it now. It'll take you all day.
It'd probably take me all day anyway.
Oh my God.
Well, you just put her name in?
No, if you set up your familysearch.org, your tree, your family tree there, then I can send you a link to see. That's how it works.
Oh, yeah. I'll pass. Sounds like a lot of work.
Do you have Ancestry? Because if you do, you can link them and it'll set up your tree.
No, I got the other one.
I don't know if that one links.
No, I did not fix the video about Social Security. I just didn't care, honestly.
Yeah, we told him he didn't care.
I just don't care.
It will link 23andMe too, so you can do it that way, and it'll get done real quick.
Oh, great.
You don't have to do it.
I know. That's good news. They could be telling you anything. Like, you know what I mean?
No, you put your information in.
I understand.
You fill it in, like.
I understand.
There are some mess ups on there, and you do have to watch it and delete things that people put on there. I don't know why they do that. Other people that aren't even anybody, but in all reality, it's there.
So if a third cousin is 0.39% shared DNA, right? 1/3 of 1%, basically.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is a 12th?
It goes back to the 1500s, basically.
Oh my God. I don't even want to think about the 1500s. I mean, we're almost back there anyway.
Almost, so you might as well get it over with.
I'm gonna have to go buy me a goat. I have to go find me some rocks and trade it for a goat.
See that? A half sister found me via that site.
Yeah. I lost a half sister via that site.
That was from 23andMe.
Yeah, mine too.
That's messed up.
You gained one, I lost one.
That's a good story, though.
In Iceland, because of the small population, they have a government-run website that checks to see if people are related to avoid people inbreeding. Well, that's fantastic. We should do that in Oklahoma.
They should do that everywhere. With the Trumpers, they are now doing that. Like,
my son did the ancestry thing, and my sister showed up as his cousin. Oh, boy. I'll give you something to talk about over Thanksgiving.
oh my. Okay. Oh shit.
Oh, boy, Amanda. That's a little sketchy. Is it true that Oklahoma Department of Education purchased 55,000 Trump Bibles? No. The state legislature and the Supreme Court both rejected it. All right. So if your son and your sister are cousins, then that means you and your sister are cousins. Right? I don't want to think about it. Well, here comes the puzzle. Caps are for mods.
I don't need anyone screaming at me.
Do I get to do caps?
Yeah, you can do caps.
Oh, I don't type anything.
I know.
Ah, she's your half sister. Okay. She said that means her sister's her half sister.
I will mute you, Navy vet.
I don't understand the point of muting. Why do we mute people?
Because they're not real bad, but it's annoying or something, like they're spamming, or you give them that chance, right?
Yeah. Fuck them.
I know you don't understand, but I'm the mod here. And that's why I'm the mod. You would never have anyone in your chat if we just did what you wanted.
That's probably true. But don't you almost always eventually block the person you start off muting?
No, you didn't. You didn't block them, and they didn't block you. You would still see their comment. I muted them. That's why you don't see their comment.
Right. Yes, there was a warning to delete your. Well, you don't just delete your account. Like, you have to request them to delete your data. You don't get to just. It's not as simple as just deleting your account. Like, if you just delete your account, they'll still have your data.
Yeah, they're saying to delete all your data and then delete the account. Navy vet. Someone said they thought the live was about energy and ONG. You know, you're not allowed to talk about anything but energy and oil and gas.
You know what?
How dare you?
You know what Thought did?
How dare you, Mr. Global, speak of anything other than that?
Do you know what Thought did?
Mm-mm.
Thought he was on the pot, but he was really in bed.
Oh my God.
That's what my football coach used to tell me. Yeah. That's a thing.
That's funny.
Dog DNA? Dog DNA ancestry? I'm not doing that. I could start a dog DNA ancestry website, though. could just be like, your dog's related to Lucky. Like, all dogs have the same names, so that would be easy. Talk about how oil companies don't want to remove the oil from the ground unless it's $80. You just did it for me. You just did it for me. They, they have a certain amount of oil and they don't want to sell it for less than $80. Like, I mean, that's pretty much it. And even if it was economically feasible below $80, they still don't have to sell it below $80 if they don't want to. You know, it's no different than selling anything else. You sell it for what you want to sell it for. Oil companies are not hospitals. They're not there to provide you a service. Oil companies are like Walmart. They have something, they want a price for it, and when they can get that price for it, that's what they sell it for. Talk about how America is run by companies and the government has limited ability. Exactly. That is exactly it. And too many people in this country think that it's not. Like, for whatever reason, people think the government has something to do with how much oil companies produce. Or has nothing to do with the government. We're talking about companies. We are beholden to the companies. Raymond James is predicting a large jump in crude oil inventories, highest in a decade, due to new oil fields coming into production. Well, I know that he's predicting that, but our inventories are currently at many year lows. So what is all that going to mean, you know?
So it's gotten so bad that people think the government is going to control groceries, even.
Yeah.
People actually believe the oil and gas was controlled by the president, so much so that they now think groceries are.
Or they think if you just change this one thing, it'll fix all the stuff that's wrong with our economy. Because our economy is so simple and rudimentary that you can just adjust one thing and it'll fix everything. That's not a thing. That's not how it works. Every action in a free market economy has multiple consequences over multiple facets of that economy. There's no scenario where you can just make a simple adjustment and fix the economy. That's not how it works at all. it is a very complex balancing act. And yeah, tariffs don't bring down oil prices or grocery prices. That's not a thing. It's never been a thing, and it never will be a thing.
So someone asked, can the government put a grocery price gouging order? They absolutely can under an emergency act, but they can't control what they charge you regularly.
Yeah, price gouging is very narrowly defined. It only applies during national emergencies, for one.
Yep.
If there's no emergency going on and somebody wants to charge you $20 for a gallon of milk, they can. And there ain't nothing anybody can do about it. Other than you by not buying the milk.
Exactly.
Now, price fixing is a whole nother animal. That's when all of these companies get together and raise their prices in coordination with each other. That is illegal.
Right.
But when they nickel and dime you, it's very hard to prove that something is price fixing, right? Because a food company can just say, well, our insurance went up by 20%, and it probably did. Or this cost of ours went up by 20%, and it probably did, right? So it's very hard to prove these things. It's very hard to hold companies accountable for this. But most of the laws, legislation that exists in this country regarding corporations are very friendly towards those corporations. Hi, Eggy. Insurance is state price controlled. See California, for example. A lot of large corporations are self-insured. That's how they get around those controls. They're just like, we have enough money. We don't need to pay for insurance. We'll just be self-insured. We'll just cover our own liabilities. But they can absolutely attach a cost to that. That's a thing. How did Tulsi Gabbard tell Congress there was nothing classified? I've heard a lot of people say that, but it's my understanding that it doesn't matter if it is or not. Just my understanding. I feel like they're arguing over whether it was officially classified or whether it should be. I kind of feel like the time and day of a strike would be classified. Oh, look at the stickers. There's those damn stickers.
You need to change up your stickers too, so people have more selection of like that's not a thing and stuff like that.
You're right. That's not a thing.
Don't do that.
Gotta change my stickers. Huh?
Funny.
Why isn't that funny?
That wasn't funny.
It was funny. Do a poll. Yeah, do a poll if I should change my stickers. Jill, can you do a poll?
I can. Want me to do a poll?
Oh, that's funny. I can do one. Nancy says add more. Okay. Do you think a federal judge is going to deputize a force to retrieve 47? I doubt it. I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
Tracy, if I could change the stickers or add stickers to it, I would absolutely do it, but I can't.
Why not?
The mod doesn't have that power.
Oh, man. You would do that? You change my stickers?
I would add some.
Yeah, Donald Trump's not going to be arrested for anything. Yeah, where's the poll, Jill?
You want me to do a poll?
I can do it.
I don't know what kind of poll we're doing.
On stickers. Well, I thought I could do it. Yeah, lost it. There's a sticker.
No, you put a sticker up. That's not what they want. All right, let me figure out because see, half your buttons are missing down the bottom because of the shop and subscription thing.
Here, I got it. I got it.
I'll get rid of that sticker too.
Why? I thought you liked stickers.
I'm not singing with you.
Okay, there's the poll.
Well, red is you want more stickers. Blue is you don't give a shit. So that's smiley face, more stickers. Blue, no stickers.
There it is. What is it?
Red, more stickers. blue no stickers.
Oh, man.
Kelly, you don't want no more stickers? No, not the sticker he has up. No, they're all messed up. It's the stickers in the subscription. The stickers for the subscription, not the sticker he has up now. You have to restart that because them people messed all up.
I don't think they did. I think they got it right.
No, they didn't. Even people are in the chat are saying so. So, yeah. See, Nancy says she wants more, but she hit the wrong one. Oh, Kelly, you still have to say more stickers because you have to look at the stickers when people share them.
There we go.
Yeah, that's definitely not a thing. I'm not singing with you. Yeah, Juju, it's on TikTok.
Does OPEC basically decide the prices of oil in summertime for the United States? It does actually set prices on some shipments and some blends of oil. Like it will actually set a price and say, if you want this oil, it's going to cost you this much. But most of their oil is traded on the market. I don't remember how I put that sticker up there.
Do you know how to get rid of it?
I'm looking.
Grab onto it and take it all the way to the top, to the garbage can.
Did SCOTUS vote to cancel the XL? No, the SCOTUS did not vote to cancel the XL. The SCOTUS voted to basically force TC Energy to go through a full environmental audit of the Keystone XL. They had been given a fast track where they basically got to skip some environmental audits, and they did away with that. So they didn't cancel it. The only thing they did was make them go through the normal process that anybody else would go through trying to build a pipeline. That's what the SCOTUS did. And it was actually just upholding a lower court ruling is all it was. A lot of people say that SCOTUS killed the XL, but that's not a thing. So, Jill, I thought I was adding a sticker like you told me to, and I ended up sticking one up here on the screen.
Yes. Yes, you did. And see, Kelly, now you have a subscription thanks to Nancy. Nancy, thank you for buying Kelly a subscription. I'm still waiting for Global to buy me one.
How do I... Tell me how to do it, and I'll do it.
I don't know. Are we doing the thing again?
Yes.
Okay, red is yes for more stickers in the subscription, and blue is for no. So smiley face yes, sad face no. You want more stickers? You gotta hit that.
Oh, I am going to interview somebody. Jill, do you know Brando?
because I might.
Tennessee Brando. He's on TikTok. I've been following him for many years.
It sounds familiar.
He always wears like a do-rag on his head. He's got a goatee. He's actually now a Midas Touch contributor. He's got a big following on YouTube, actually. But I've known Tennessee Brando for a long time, and I messaged him yesterday. I'm like, hey, let's do some stuff together. So I'm going to interview him. He's going to interview me. So that's coming.
I know who you're talking about now. And who bought me that subscription? Because I did not see it. I just seen the subscription thing. And thank you.
I hadn't talked to Brando in quite a while. We used to talk all the time on the app anyway. But yeah, we're gonna get together and talk. I think he's been on YouTube for a long time. I didn't realize that, but I think he's been on here for a long time. So yeah, we're gonna do that. He's got like 600,000 or 700,000 followers on YouTube. Are all the stickers going to come out now? My mod's just going to be posting stickers.
Well, she posted one of me, so I had to post hers.
So what do you get for that? Like what?
So if I can use the stickers, right? And then if you have videos where you do subscription only, which I don't think you have that, and everybody's using my pictures, thanks, Nadia. Nadia. Anyway, that kind of stuff.
So yeah, I'm going to try to do that this week with Brando. I'll probably text him later today and try to pin him down. And supposed to hear from Will this week. He's going to interview me. Oh my God, look at the stickers.
Nadia told him to post my picture if they got subscriptions. And now they are.
Well, you wanted the stickers.
I want you to put new stickers on.
I get it. I understand. Got to go find Brando. His name is Tennessee Brando. Stickers galore. That's not a thing. Sticker. I guess so. I guess I'll put some stickers on there. I don't think the ethanol thing is going to go away, Kevin. I just don't think it is. You've chosen violence today?
He is. He's down there choosing violence.
Yeah. But when he types that, I hear him say it with his voice.
Yes, me too.
And it doesn't sound violent.
That's because he's too nice.
Well, he's soft-spoken, so he doesn't, Well, I didn't mean to ruin it for you. I read a recent news article talking about Iraq saying they would boost oil production despite OPEC committing or having committed to cuts. Any nuances to note? I mean, other than that's pretty common, if they do that, they'll be punished for it. So we'll just have to see what happens. You need your own show, Jill, according to your stalker.
No, I don't need my own show.
Yeah.
I really don't.
What's so funny?
You?
What did I do?
How did that go? That came from me, didn't it?
I think the podcast is about people finding out.
He only said that because you're always saying that. And I'm always saying that's not a thing.
I have no idea why you're a stalker. You got to figure that out. I don't know. I gotta fix my camera. There we go.
Yes, Kelly. I prefer to be behind the scenes. And I have a YouTube but I don't post nothing.
Yeah, you have a YouTube.
Yeah, I just don't post nothing.
I don't know what you got to have on YouTube to go live. I don't know if that's something they let you do or you got to build up to a point. I don't know how that works.
Well, either 50 or apparently an invite.
50.
Yeah, I think you got to have 50.
50 people?
Yeah.
Thank you, truck driver. The Find Out podcast. I forgot what we call her with no name. Was it Mitzi? No. What was it?
It's Bruiser.
She's Bruiser?
Yeah.
From TikTok? Okay.
On both, yep.
Well, she's not Bruiser on YouTube because you don't have a name, but we had come up with some name for her, hadn't we?
Yeah, we aren't calling her no name, and we are not calling her no face, okay? She
No,
has
that...
to be called Bruiser.
Okay. But I thought we never called her no name, but I thought we had come up with a name for her.
Everybody was calling her no name.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to put in the chat and see if it shows up what her name is. Did that show up?
Sorry for bringing other content into your content. You don't have to be sorry. You can promote anything you want here. People come in here and recommend channels and stuff. I go check them out, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, some people called her face me. We're not doing that. Did her name show up in the chat?
I don't see it.
I made a comment. Let me try it a different way. Without tagging it. How about that? Did that show up?
Well, yeah, at Bruiser Overland came up.
Okay, that's actually her name.
Well, I know that now.
Kelly, it's on YouTube.
But you have to understand, I'm so blind I can't even see the faces. Like on your pictures on there, I can't. I'm blind as a bat. So many people ask me if I'm Canadian. And if I'm apparently your cousin, brother, husband, who knows what else.
I know.
Sticker idea, that's not a thing, Bob. People are obsessed with stickers. I don't get it. Oh, yeah, father. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you, Lent Liquor. Lent Liquor, send me some corn. All right, Jill. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. I got some things to do today.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone, so much for coming in and joining us today. Yeah, Bob's been busy. If you want one of the t-shirts, there's a link in my bio on TikTok. I also have a store connected to my YouTube account if you're interested in one of the t-shirts. Coming up very soon, interview with Tennessee Brando. I'm also going to be interviewed on the Back 40 page. What do you got, Jill?
Thank you, everyone, for the gifts, and thank you very, very much for the subscription.
Thank you, guys.